I guess we'll see how good my signal is. I am in New Mexico, and I have been filming all week and diligently working on the editing for the latest video. So, I've been wanting to show you guys my land and my backyard. Basically, I went on a day drive and traveled around, basically did this big loop from my land and came back around and filmed a whole bunch of stuff just so I could show you like my backyard and what you can get to on a day drive, and maybe some things I'll feature more heavily later. So how's it going, everyone? There's Mac and Vlad, and Cole and Crystal. Good afternoon. It's me sitting out here at 2 o'clock. I am gonna be burning with you because I've got this dab pen. It's pretty sweet and it's like nice and concealed. And I went up to the Colorado market and snatched me up some diamond dabs. So, you know, smoking on the good stuff right now. I'm pretty sure this is some Girl Scout cookies. So, hey Crystal, hey Cole, Dan, Officer, I'm telling. And Deanna, how's it going, everyone? What's everyone smoking on? But let me know how my signal is. If I'm coming in clear or not, because like I can't tell. It looks clear on my screen. Um, Man, what a week. So I've been getting my house set up to make it livable again and cleaning and shit. I have some Gorilla Glue. I like Gorilla Glue. It's pretty good. Jet Fuel. I'm not sure I know that strain. Cookies and cream. Dude, I'm always gonna enjoy my cookie strains. Like, I really am. That just, you can't go wrong with them. Like, Girl Scout cookie or any cookie, hybrid. Um, Hello, hope all's well, looking good. Yeah, things are going well. Sorry, I was saying I was getting my house cleaned up to make it like livable and make it presentable so I could film in it, and so I've gotten that all squared away. Um, Been clearing out some sagebrush because there's a bunch on my spot, and I found it recently a dude that lives down the road with a tractor. So I'm wondering if maybe when I get paid on the first, I could hire him to come out and like clear out some of the sage. And then I also found online somebody who's selling like these small tree branches or tree trunks, I guess, but they're not very big. And people out here are putting them in a line to make fences. And I found someone that's selling those for, a decent price. But I think I'm gonna need a bunch of them. I've also been considering doing like I've seen this done in the Imperial Valley in Slab City in that area. They take the fronds off of the clippings from palm trees and they make fencing out of it. And those things are pretty strong too. And you can get them for free down there. You can get them for free down there in the Imperial Valley, but I'd have to like drive all the way there and pick them up and load up a truck and trailer full of them and then drive them all the way back to build a fence. But I still think it would be fucking cool to have a bunch of palm leaves as a fence. I've seen it done, and it can be done. But hey, Mac, good afternoon. Natural fence would be good. Yeah, there's a few options for natural fencing. Most people out here do some sort of natural barrier or fencing in their land. Right now, because I had a friend stay on my property last summer, there's a whole bunch of sagebrush that's been cleared off and it's kind of stacked up. And since I'm naming the land Nomad's Nest, I'm thinking of taking that sage and like putting it in a circle to make it look kind of like a nest. I don't know, we'll see. It's also a huge fire hazard, so that might be a bad idea. What's up, Adele? Good afternoon from down under. Oh man, yeah. I think Caveman's heading on Monday. I hope so. It would be cool to see them. Got me some homegrown from last year. Oh, you gotta update your weed, girl. I don't mind homegrown, even last year's homegrown if it was quality weed. But when I worked on the weed farm in Northern California, last year's is what we were smoking on, which I was cool with because it was fucking free. But then, like, the fresh stuff we were harvesting was just amazing. It was so good once it cured. What did I say to Lewis? I told him that I didn't feel bad for him. Because I don't. I mean, there is a difference between slab justice and Babylonian bullshit, and I was pretty sure um, Lewis's place was gonna burn months ago. I'm surprised it took so damn long, but his place burnt. You know, that was I hate to say like be negative, but I was very pleasantly surprised when I woke up this morning to that news. Nothing wrong with HG. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with homegrown. I have seen some amazing, amazing homegrown smoke before. Um, like, just because it's homegrown doesn't mean it's grown poorly. It just means that it was grown at home, and it's not like, you know, mass production farm. And sometimes homegrown is higher quality in mass production, because mass production, there's a little bit, you know, quality control. You have to have some slippage, right? When you're dealing with that much cannabis, like you can't collect every piece of mold off the weed. But when it's homegrown, you're just doing your own little operation. You get to control the environment perfectly, and the lighting and the humidity, everything. And then when you're trimming it, you'll find all your mold, and you'll be able to toss that out or make it into concentrate or whatever. So yeah, there's homegrown does not mean bad grown. What's up from Boston? Boston. I'm smoking one. Where's yours? Mine's right here, bro. And like I said, I've been smoking on some Girl Scout cookie diamonds in my vape pen, and it is smooth, and it's nice, and it's discreet, and this thing's reusable and refillable. You just take the lid off there. This magnetic goes like, oh, nope, it fell. Poor weak magnet. But then you take the lid off, and you can reload it fully with your dabs. And right now I got some like diamond Girl Scout cookies in here I'm smoking on, but let me catch up on some comments here. I like Boston. You think it was slab justice? Yeah, definitely think it was slab justice. It's been coming for a while. I just got to know how to grow it properly. Adele, it just takes trial and error, like making mistakes and doing research, and you'll be able to do it. You know, it's actually not that hard. All we smoke is killer homegrown. Yeah, that's good. That's how I was when I was growing up. And I mean, don't get me wrong, mass production farms have some quality stuff too. But I don't know. For me, it has to do with terpenes, man. I'm all about the terpenes. Hard to grow here outdoors. I grow tons, families, native. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's hard to grow outdoors in a lot of areas. You got, you know, like, you can control the environment when it's indoor. Completely control the environment. Outdoor, you're at the whims of the environment, aren't you? We on. Mac is deleting his comments. I'm actually sitting with the AC on today, because last time I overheated my phone. I know how to grow it. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just remember, it's a tropical plant, and it takes, like, you know, lots of water. I would grow weed out here, because now in New Mexico you can grow weed. So I would definitely do it. I would absolutely grow weed out here, except water. Weed takes just a massive, massive amount of water, depending on how many you're growing, and it just isn't realistic right now, the way my property is sitting, for me to try to grow weed, because I would kill it just from not having enough water. I mean, I got enough for me and the dogs and everything, but, you know, it's a chore to even get water. You gotta drive all the way into town. There's a couple of spots for water collection, so the good news is, where my property is, I just found a shower not that far away, like a 10-minute drive from my property to get to the closest shower. It's like $5 a shower. It's a nice little shower. It's pretty sweet, actually. Can't really beat it. And they have a little Airbnb thing going on too, so I know how to. I just think difficult. Yeah, it's definitely difficult in the cold. Possums know how to eat it though. Yeah, I'll bet. I bet there's a lot of possums. Have you thought about digging your own well, or am I being stupid? No, you're not being stupid. That's a really good idea. And if depending on where I was in the world, that's a great suggestion, digging your own well, because you can. And it really depends on how deep the water table is. Here, the water table is very, very deep, and I would have to be basically digging through a lot of rock and volcanic rock. The water table here is, I mean, to drill a well professionally done, since it's so deep, it's oppressively expensive. It's like $60,000 to have a well dug, and it's just not realistic. I could have for 60 grand a lot more on my property than a well. So there is a couple of community wells that if you pay like an annual fee or whatever, you can get access to. One of them that I thought was available is not as available as I thought it was because I don't live in the right little HOA. But there's another one about 20 miles away from me that is available, and I'd have to pay for it, and then you pay for a membership, and then you have to add money onto it, and it's like metered at 3 cents a gallon. And then there's even farther away free water in the city of Taos. I could drive all the way to Taos and fill up my jugs that way at a couple of the gas stations there. I've also got this sweet little Willie's Reserve Roach right here. I'm gonna finish up because I was smoking on it earlier and I gotta catch up. Lay off the Miracle Grow a few weeks before harvest. It's less harsh. Actually, yeah, that's true. It's called flushing your weed. For the last like 3 or 4 weeks of your harvest, you just give it water, and it's called flushing it. If you don't flush it, it tastes like perfume. Have you ever had that weed that you smoke and it tastes like chemicals or it tastes like perfume? I always thought that's how they smuggled it until I learned how to grow weed, and that just means that they were giving it nutrients up until harvest, and they didn't flush out their weed, and you taste the nutrients in the weed. It's gross. Yeah, I was worried about the water table. Thought it might cost. Yeah, it is very cost prohibitive. It's oppressively expensive, like I said. I mean, it'd be great, but there's a couple of wells dug, and it's not the greatest of solutions for water, but it's not impossible either. There's even some of those 250, 275 gallon water tote things that I can get. So, down the road, I'll be getting all these things and collecting it up so I can build a nice spot for me. But right now, I'm just, doing my running into town, filling up. I got a bunch of 5-gallon water jugs, so. I was just looking at wells being dug. It's about 3,000 feet deep there in the Taos area. Yeah, for sure. It's super, super deep. Costs a lot to cop bore. Yeah. Yeah, it's that's why there's not very many wells here. Even the people who are off grid out here, even with the ones with money, a lot of them don't have wells, and the ones that do spent a lot of money on it. But if you have a well on your land out here, it just increases the value of your land like a lot, like tenfold. So, it could be a good investment if you had the money, but I don't. So it's not really a good solution for the water out here. There's better ones and more cost effective. If I was like on a 1/4 acre, I have no mineral rights. Yeah, you probably won't in New Mexico either. Arizona, you do. Arizona, you would have mineral rights. In fact, if you go to public land in Arizona, like BLM National Forest, you have mineral rights just because you're part of the public. Arizona is one of the few states that do that. So if you find gold out there in like Quartzsite or Yuma, anywhere there's a lot of gold and a lot of caliche and a lot of stones, you're allowed to keep it because it's public land and you found it and it's public. If you find precious minerals in other states on public land, you may not be able to keep it. You may have to turn it into the government because they take their little that's ours because they're Nazis. Let's see. Liberated. What's good, buddy? What's going on? How you doing? When I get out there, I'm curious about the land you were talking about when you messaged me. Yeah, I talked to that dude the other day, and yeah, he said he got 5 acres. I kind of want to go check it out because the way he described it made it sound more woodsy. And I mean, 5 acres. He wasn't even asking that much for it. He just wanted what he paid for it. Burning some Inzane with you, brother. Nice, man. I'm not relight this because it went out. Inzane in the membrane. Is that like a Skittles? You remember that strain Skittles with a Z? This is Skittles. Just got done working. What do you do? Liberated. I'm about to be going back to do some more work because I've always got something to do around the house, and I've got to finish a couple of more filming for the latest video I'm doing, and then I can bust into the editing and hopefully have that up tomorrow, but it might take me a little bit longer. We'll see. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I wanted to show you guys Nomad's Nest, which is what I named my property. I wanted to show you Nomad's Nest, and I wanted to show you my backyard because I went on a day drive, and I just took one day, and I did this like what would be like a 4 hour loop, and it took me like 10 hours because I kept stopping at everything I saw that was pretty and filming. So gonna do a little bit more filming, and then the editing, and I'll be done, and I'll post it, and hopefully I can bust that out in the next couple of days. So be looking forward to that. But really, what I want my land to be, and we have a lot of people from Slabs that are moving in this area, but I would like it to be for nomads to just have a spot to breathe for a second when they're traveling through, and not to like feel like they're gonna get booted off of somewhere unless they're difficult human, which maybe they will, but but my friends, I want them to have a spot to stay because traveling can be brutal sometimes. It can be harsh. Oh, you do carpet? That's brutal, dude. That's brutal on your knees. I've done some floor work before. I can pay cash for a better deal. We'll see when I get out there, though. I'm excited. Can't wait to leave. Yeah, well, you said you were gonna enjoy your Mac. You said you were gonna enjoy your drive here too. So like, check out a lot of cool spots. If you noticed that video I did on the drive here, there's a lot of neat shit you can check out. And anytime you stop, look up on Atlas Obscura. It's web-based unless you have an iPhone, but I couldn't find an app for it on Android. But it's web-based, and it's like this obscure, cool-ass shit that you can find in the area that you're visiting. And that's how I found like Ethel the whale, and yeah, it's just, there's neat stuff. What's up, Zig? Greetings from the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. I live in Arkansas, unfortunately. Arkansas's not so bad, man. I think we were talking about that before. I wanted to go to that state park. You work at Home Depot. Nice. Is Lewis a tweaker? Yeah, duh. Of course he is. Maybe he wasn't when he showed up in Slabs. I remember meeting him when I met him like when he first got there, and he was clearly not a very honest person. But yeah, I'm about 99% sure he's a tweaker. Got a couple acres out in Golden Valley, Arizona in 2019. Golden Valley's a pretty area. I don't know, how often do you visit there, man? Like it's not a bad area. I don't remember how the climate is. Like, that's like a good spot for the summer, isn't it? Oh, you're stuck in Ohio. That sucks. That sucks a lot. But you're not stuck because you're not a tree. You can always just bounce, bro. None of us are ever stuck. We just choose to be, right? Like, because for some reason there is an anchor holding on to you, and you've decided that anchor is important, so you decide that it's worth staying and hanging on to that anchor, and that's fine. That's cool. I did it for years and years and years. And even when I left and started traveling, I had anchors. I really, really did. I had anchors that would have kept me there. I had friends and family and people I deployed with, and all of them thought I was crazy. So I had anchors. I just had to decide that I wanted to travel more and discover myself. And doesn't mean those anchors aren't important, but it does mean that my need to travel was more important, and I don't regret it. Like, I lost a couple of friends over it, but I don't regret traveling. I'm experimenting with edibles. I got in Oklahoma, I took 200 milligram gummies. I'm starting to get high. Edibles are a new experience to me. What's your view on edibles? I would say that my view on edibles is it's the healthiest way to put it in your body. Personally, for me, they don't do much to me. Like, I can eat 100. I would need at least 100 milligrams, and you said you had 200 milligrams, so that'll be a lot. Most people do like 25 to 50 milligrams, and I usually need about twice that to even feel anything. And if I do feel anything, I just get tired. I don't really get stoned. So I need a lot of edibles to even feel it. I prefer flower. I'm always gonna be a flower. She don't want to live in an RV. Her daughters have kids here. Yeah, see, those are anchors, and those anchors are important. So rock on with your bad self. You're not always gonna be stuck though. But yeah, sounds like right now you are, dude. Leah's OG. I don't know if I've had that. Edibles are nice buzz. Yeah, like I said, they just make me go to sleep, dude. Like, I just pass out. But yeah, I'll be back in winter hopefully this year. Fuck yeah. Arizona's beautiful. Gotta run, Zig. Later, buddy. See you, Crystal. Appreciate all of you guys. Crystal, I believe, is one of the people who donated to me too. So yeah, I do remember Crystal now. She's badass. I tutored her son and helped him graduate high school years ago. Yeah, it's definitely Biggie James. It's a different kind of high. That's true as fuck. Maybe that's why I prefer flower or dabs. Mac, you think you're leaving on the 5th? Well, what's up, Rodders? How you doing? Bong load time. Yeah, man, burn one down for me. I just actually, okay, these guys have broken into my RV They took my generator, they took my batteries and cut the wires, and they broke my door and took my propane and they took my inverter, but they left water jugs and a gas can and my solar panels and my bong. I fucking found my bong tucked away, and I was like, oh my god. And I had to clean it because it was really fucking dirty from when I left it. But they left my bong. These guys were dumb. These guys were dumb. Clearly smarter than me. I left my shit behind, but still. Like, it was safe the year before that. Just, I guess not this year. Red Cane Gems 5.0. I take 2 on an empty stomach in the morning. Yes, I do. If you take too much, you're tired. Yeah, I mean, if I don't take too much, I don't even feel it. Edibles don't do much to me, and then if I do feel anything, I just get sleepy. How do you get water? I got a 300-gallon water tank out there, but it's a different lifestyle for sure. So, how do I get water? I am completely off grid, but I have my pickup and I have a bunch of 5-gallon water jugs, and I drive into town and I fill them up, and I drive back and I wait until they're empty, and then I keep doing it. And it's getting expensive. I've had to do it twice now in the last couple of weeks. So either I need to get more water jugs, or I need to figure out, get one of those 300-gallon totes you're talking about. I do weed reviews on YouTube. I found you from Cause's channel. Sweet. I love I love weed, man. I used to do weed reviews as well, and a lot of activism for cannabis, and did some journalism for cannabis. So I'm curious about doing cannabis stuff on YouTube, because I know their monetization rules are a little bit, Nazi-ish. Flower is always my go back to. But I like concentrates sometimes also. I like concentrates too. I'm doing both right now. Look at this little roach now, and my discreet little dab pen. What's up, Jeffro? How you doing? Yeah, Cause is good people. Cause and I camped together our first year in Slabs. It was his first year in Slabs, and mine as well. And we both camped at the library. And it was Cornelius's first summer in Slabs, and Caveman's first time in Slabs, and a few others. And for a lot of us, now we've all been in Slabs for so long, we're not newbies anymore, but we all met when we were newbies. I remember when Cause built his pallet house. So Cause and I have known each other for a very long time. I got a lot of respect for him. I went on a long trip once. All I had to eat was edibles. Man, 6 months later, if I popped a sweet, I'd get stoned all over again. That's funny. Natural medicine from the creator. It is, isn't it? Oh, whoa. That hit hard. Nice cozy 109, huh, Mac? Oh. It sounds pretty fucking hot to me. I'm glad I left. I don't know why you're still there, dude. Minor, yes. I love Corn. Yeah, I've known Corn a long time too. Corn was the first person I met in Slabs. Corn and Caveman. 420 on the East Coast. Sure is, isn't it? Bubblegum gelato. Fuck yeah. No money from YouTube. They hate me. Yeah, that sucks, man. Like, there's no reason that should be. You shouldn't be able to monetize that. But it is slowly changing. Like, at least YouTube lets you have it on their platform. TikTok will just straight take it down. TikTok doesn't let none of that shit go down. I knew this person who had like 60,000 followers on TikTok and lost their channel because they smoked a joint on a live stream, and that was it. Done. I was talking to Cause the other day on Coffee with Cause, and he was talking about diamonds are the bomb. I just started trying them. They will mess you up. Yeah, they are probably my favorite type of concentrate. They're just real high quality, made really naturally. There's no chemicals made in it. So, like, you can make it with butane and propane, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, that's done with I think it's just blasted with CO2. So yeah, it was a good hit, Aaron. I'm still feeling it. Oh fuck. What's up, Shed Gang? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the live stream. I love that it's always the same people on here. Like, for the most part, maybe a few newbies here and there. And in fact, if you're new to my stream, like, let me know, because I'd be curious to say hi to you. But a lot of these names I recognize. Like, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect to, like, get to know people on here. I used to do wake and bakes and used to be laid back on YouTube, and now you're right, they don't pay you. Yeah, that's horseshit. I remember when you did wake and bakes, Mac. Mixing edibles and flour would be pretty good, and so cheers, take you on OG Skywalker with you. Good to see you, Dill. There's a trick to stop that cough. Yeah, it's called fucking quit smoking cigarettes. That's the trick. TikToks for kids. Yeah, I mean, TikTok is more strict, I guess, but there's a lot of cool stuff on TikTok too. I don't know if you've ever been on it. I used to think the same thing. It was for kids, but there's a lot of veteran stuff on there. There's a lot of funny shit on there. I don't know. Give it a swing. If you don't like it, then bounce. But have you ever been into the dispensaries in Taos? Not yet. There is, I think, 2 maybe, and there's a cannabis co-op that I keep driving past and I want to check out, but it'll have to wait till, you know, I get some more dollar bills, y'all. Hey Jay, newbie here. Where are you from, Jay? We got a newbie in the house. Welcome to my channel, dude. I don't know if you've followed me or seen any of my videos, but I'm brand new to YouTube. Quickly getting to 1,000 subscribers. I just hit 3,000 hours of watch time recently too. So I don't know. I try to put some quality videos out there, and I like to. I put this video editing shit is brand new to me. I've never had any formal training whatsoever, so it's kind of brand new, and I'm really enjoying it. And I don't get to be creative very often, so this lets me be creative. It's a neat little hobby, and I get to entertain people while I do it, and that's just a total added bonus. You're in Stockton. Wow, bro. Like, some of my earliest memories are not too far away from Stockton. I grew up in Eldorado Hills near Folsom, and I lived in Roseburg for a little bit, and yeah, don't miss that area whatsoever. But eventually I moved up to Oregon, and to Bend, Oregon, and that's where I really grew up. My friend that lives there says it's expensive, better go to Colorado for now. Yeah, the one, Mac, the dispensary I went to in Colorado, the first one I went to, is right across the border, and it was a bit pricey, honestly, like 400 an ounce type shit, and then 200 an ounce depending on the quality. And then I went a little farther in to Colorado. In fact, remember where my RV broke down? Yeah, I went to that little town and went to a dispensary there, and it was way cheaper. It was great prices. In fact, I went back to that reservoir just the other day, and that was in my latest sneak peek video, and it'll be in my latest video coming up soon. Went to the death side of Harvey the RV, my last RV, the 40-foot diesel pusher, and it was just a super beautiful area, so I had to go back to it. What's up, Missy? Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Zig, take some unpasteurized honey, cuts the throat and brings up phlegm. Drink water if you're coughing. Yeah, I got Dr. Pepper, and I probably should do some honey. I'm really scared of bees. I'm really afraid of bees. Like, I don't like bees. I like honey. I don't like bees. I'm so terrified of bees. I used to tell people I was allergic to bees when I was growing up, so I didn't look like such a bitch when I was running away from the bees, but I'm so scared of bees. It's not rational. I know that they're, for the most part, harmless, but good Lord, like, that's like the worst place. The worst way to die would be like a swarm of bees. It'd be worse than being caught on fire. Ugh. Hashtag hard pass. The reservoir is freaking beautiful. Yeah, I forget the name of that reservoir. I'll have to look it up and throw that in the video. But that's one of the most beautiful spots I've ever found, I think. That was the one, Mac, that they threw us out of because COVID had just started, and myself, Mac, and Wanda all went to this reservoir during COVID and figured, like, okay, we're isolated, no one else is here, and then this ranger shows up to throw us out of there, and I'm driving a 40-foot diesel pusher that weighs 27,000 pounds, and he's like, yeah, y'all gotta go, we're closed because COVID, you gotta go down to the nearest town to stay at this gas station because that's safer. Fucking dumb. And I even told the guy, like, I hadn't been drinking because I don't really drink, but I told him I didn't want to drive, so I was like, hey man, I've had a few to drink, I probably shouldn't be driving this thing. He's like, okay, let me make a phone call. And he makes a phone call, and he comes back, and he's like, yeah, you gotta go. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, we're all safer from COVID. Me driving this 40-foot diesel pusher RV drunk to the nearest gas station, so we're all consolidated into one spot. Yeah, that's much better. Fucking Christ, COVID was dumb. Alright, I have a lot of comments to catch up on. Hang on one second. Just need to unconstrict the muscle with proper breathing technique. Yeah, I need to stop smoking. That's a proper breathing technique. Honey works. I actually believe you. Like I'm sure it does. Coats it and helps out all that shit out. Be the tree. Be one with the weed. Yeah, Jay. Rent's everywhere, man. It really is. I got tired of paying a lot of money in rent and other things. That's why I live this lifestyle and I have total freedom. I'm relatively new, but I'm also a bit shy, awkward, so I don't really get too involved in conversation. But Anna, I've seen you around. I've recognized your name, and in fact, haven't I? I know I have. Total recognizable. You're probably not scared of the bears or the massive as fuck animals you got there, but little old bees. Yeah, I used to bow hunt bear and elk and turkey, pig, boar. Nope, I won't fuck with bees, no thanks. I'd rather get shot at again than fucking be anywhere near a beehive. Biggie James is right, hit that like button, man. We got 37 people in the live stream. I wasn't even paying attention. That's fucking cool. I hear you, I have to wait until my youngest gets out of school. Yeah, no bees, no weed. I don't know if that's true. I'll let the science end up dictating that, but if we lose all the bees, then there'll just be more food for butterflies. Thanks, Biggie. Thanks for hitting that like button. Anna, yeah, I'm happy to have you here. And as you get to know the people in the chat, they're going to be happy to have you here too. How do I make those car payments on $1,000 a month? I don't. I own my vehicle, and I don't have payments on anything but my cell phone, actually. So I keep it all really, really low. But yeah, I'm 50% disabled through the VA. That's the rating I got, and you can look up how much I make every month if you look up 50% disabled, veteran only, because I don't have any dependents, and 2021, is that the year we're in? Whatever year it is, and it'll tell you how much I get paid. It's under $1,000. When I first got my disability rating, like 8 years ago, when I first started traveling, it was $850, and they've given me COLA raises, cost of living adjustments over the years. So that's helpful. And I've gotten a couple of big chunks of money in that time from other things, and that's how I got the truck and the trailer and the land. And well, I take that back. I do have a land payment. I pay $75 a month for the land. So I paid $300 down and $75 a month, no credit check, owner financed. It was easy peasy, did it all online, but I scouted all the land first. I went and looked at like 5 or 6 different spots before I found that one. And yeah. So my phone, my land payment, insurance on the truck, those are my monthly bills right there. Doesn't leave me a whole lot, but you know, I make it. There's a lot of people that live on that much every month, actually, dude. Jay, if I want to do this for years, but I had to take care of somebody. After I gotta bounce, everyone have a good day. CJ, where you parked? I need a buzz. Well, right now I'm in northern New Mexico, so yeah. You're making it work. Good job, brother. You know, sometimes I make it work, sometimes I don't. You know, like being poor, like doesn't have to be a negative thing. It is a challenging thing, right? Like I will admit, when I was working, I worked in the employment department for years. I worked in the military for years. I have my college education. If I wanted to go back to a cubicle, I could. I just don't want to. And when I had money, things were easier, weren't they? Like everything is convenient because you can just pay for it and get everything you need, and it's like instant gratification. And when you don't have money, things are a little bit more challenging. And I'm okay with that because things are also more simple, and that's what I want out of life. And I've said this on my live streams before. I want a simple life, and I want an enriching life, and I want a peaceful life. And those are the 3 things, and I don't think those are too much to ask for. And for me, simple meant not to be super stressed out about, you know, those little green square tickets, paper tickets. So that's not going to be everyone's experience. You know, for some people, they would prefer to have a more comfortable life. And having income and having a good, job, paying job, and having money does make your life more comfortable. It's not even a debate. It's true. But I am actually much happier traveling and, maybe struggling a little bit and knowing how simple my life is, because what am I struggling with really? If I ever get stuck somewhere, all I gotta do is wait until I get paid again, and then I'm unstuck. I get to go somewhere else. So, um, let's see, I gotta catch up on comments. Yeah, it's 2022. Thanks, Biggie. um, being poor makes you appreciate things better. Yeah, I think so. What's wrong with the bike? It sat for 2 years. It probably needs all the seals replaced, and it needs probably a new battery too. Other than that, maybe new tires. Tires have been sitting, so it's been dry. It just hasn't had it. It hasn't been running. So oil hasn't been going through all the seals, so they're probably dry rotted, not getting lubed up. So nothing that isn't impossible. But I'm not much of a mechanic, so. What did Lewis do to piss everyone off? I can only tell you what he's done to piss me off, and I can only tell you why the Slab News Network has been warning. Like, I've known this was coming for a couple of months now, but he just doesn't treat people right. He doesn't treat women right, and he doesn't treat trans people right. He basically is a huge piece of shit, and the community's tired of him. I mean, that's really why people get burnt out in Slab City. They don't get burnt out because they're high on meth. Otherwise, there'd be a ton of people getting burnt out, but there's plenty of people there that do meth and don't go around fucking with people and causing problems. Lewis ain't one of those. He goes around causing problems, so he gets all twacked out and, makes problems for the community, so they threw fucking fire at him. Well, I guess I can wait till you get back to the Slab City. Yeah, I'll get back there when it's not 100 and fucking forever degrees. Show up and keep trying. Also, being frugal is the only way. Times are up and down. Yeah, I've had to make sacrifices and be frugal. Nino, you're right. I've had to. I don't get to buy the brand name cigarettes anymore, and I might have to buy cheaper food or whatever. But I still make it work. And my dog always gets quality food because it's not very expensive for my dogs to eat well. I get the grain-free shit because my dog food bill's like $40 a month, and that's fucking totally worth it. So, 4:35, I'm late. 4:20, damn Zig, thanks for reminding me. Delray Beach. I was just down in Florida in January when my mom passed away. Down in Homestead area in Miami area. Battery and a carb kit. Yeah, Cole, that might be all it needs. Maybe just a carb cleaning, and I think it's fuel injected though. I'm not 100%. But I also think that the seals are probably toast. It's been sitting for 2 years, so in negative 20 degrees every winter. I'm so ready to travel. I quit my stressful ass management job 3 years ago. Yeah, I've been there. I've been in that stressful management public sector. Ugh, it was soul sucking. It was so soul sucking, and their penance for sucking your soul from you is putting money in your bank account. Now you can go buy stuff. And I did that for years, and it was just not enough for me, man. I need fucking experiences. I want to have very little money and spend it going out into the fucking woods and living for a month and seeing nature and seeing beauty. It's not too much to ask for. I'm sitting in my motorhome with a big swamp cooler on full blast, and you're still hot, I bet you. Does the sun shine at night in the Slabs? Only when, big dudes are walking around naked. Or would that be a moonlight? Probably moonlight. No, the sun doesn't shine at night. It's just like anywhere else. Oh, thanks, Nino. How many comments do I have to catch up on? I'm doing it right, thanks. I had a well my 10 acres parents owned in Spokane. It was the best water ever. No fresh, clean, crisp, no chlorine. Dude, the Pacific Northwest has some of the best, cleanest water in the world because of all the aquifers in the ground, and they're filtered by volcanic rocks for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. And that's why there's so many breweries in the Pacific Northwest, and coffee shops come from there, and sodas and fucking destroying the water tables. Anyways, there's just some of the purest water in the world coming right out of the Pacific Northwest. It's amazing. Oh, thanks, Mac. I appreciate it. I, yeah, I don't. No one will attack anyone in my stream because as soon as they do, I'm just banning them. I don't. I've seen a few of them come through over the little bit, but um, I don't put up with that shit. That's not why I'm here. That's not why you're gonna be here. And if that's why you're here, you'll be gone. I won't. Yeah, that's not what this is about. Like the internet's already toxic enough, right? Like there's already toxic enough. We don't need to make it more toxic. And I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not gonna put up with it. Whatever happened to that Steve guy that was terrorizing the slabs during his car through people's camps? Or was that a touchy subject? I mean, it's not a touchy subject. Steve isn't been around, so the drama has faded. Now it's the Lewis drama everyone wants to talk about. I mean, I'm not even in Slabs, and I mean, it makes sense. I've been going to Slabs for so long, I know all these people. But Steve just bounced, and he probably got too hot because he lives in an RV, and he's not a slabber. He stayed in the Slabs for like a month before he started running amok. And when he started running amok, he moved his shit out of Slabs, and then came in his Jeep and started destroying shit. So he took away the risk to him while I went into town and just started fucking with people's homes. Like, nobody fucked with his house while he was there. Even when he was being an asshole to people, nobody went to his house and fucked with it because he wasn't that big of an asshole. And there's a lot of assholes in town. And then he wants to be a bigger asshole, so he takes his shit out and then comes back. Like, that's some Babylonian bullshit, dude. Fuck that. That's... Okay, and that's... See, Nikki, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was... Bye-bye. Put this user on timeout. How do I do that? Do I remove them? Put them on timeout? Hide user on this channel? Here, let's just put her on a timeout until I figure that out for later. Yeah, don't... Get the fuck out of here. So I just fucking said that I was going to do that, and then you're like... Like, fuck off. If that's fuel injected, get some sea foam or inject a cleaner in your first tank of fuel and let her eat. Yeah, that might be... Man, if it would be that simple, I'd be stoked. I also need a new battery because, it wasn't firing up. No, yeah, you can wave at Nikki, but she's gone. I'm not going to put up with that. I just fucking said that I'm not going to put up with that, and then she pops off at the mouth. Like, I don't even know you, lady. Like, get the hell out of here. I got so many comments to catch up on. Hey, Zig, gotta say you're cool. Stay cool and hydrated. Peace, homie. Later, liberated. I hydrate pretty good, actually. From Montreal, what's up, man? We international. We got Canadians in the hizzy. Nobody will miss Steve. Yeah, he'll probably come back just to terrorize some more neighborhood. Yeah, don't worry about it, Mac. She's gone. No big deal, man. No worries. Like, that's not gonna happen on my stream. It's not gonna happen. Like, take that shit elsewhere. Take that shit to Slab City News. They like talking shit. Like, take your troll ass to that troll channel and leave mine alone. Like, how hard is that? It's called being mature. Grow the fuck up. If you're not gonna grow the fuck up, there's channels for that. My channel ain't that. So let's all be adults. If we can be adults, that's fine. I didn't even know Steve had a channel, Deanna. I had no idea. Well, I know that Steve left Slabs with this girl named Ruby, and Ruby is a young, maybe 19, 20-year-old young lady who got very, very heavily addicted to meth while she was out there and was running amok. And I guess Steve offered her promises of salvation and left with Ruby. Nobody's seen Ruby since Steve left with her. She's probably okay. Who fucking knows? People come and go in town all the time. However, Steve also, I saw him at the gas station with a big sign on his RV, and I mean a big sign, like the size of my truck, that said, Ruby, I care. And the dude's like pushing 60, and Ruby's in her 20s. It just seemed really gross. So that's my opinion on Steve. Make your own opinion about it, but that is all truth. See you later, Zig, and everyone. Bye, Deb. Nice to see you. Man, this is about time to be filled back up, but I left my dabs at my house. So, you know, it's getting low, but not over yet. I'll be live streaming for another maybe 45 minutes or so. I don't know. I kind of wing it. I kind of wing these things. I did that one 3-hour live stream. That was a little bit. I needed some drink after that because my throat hurt. Mac, that's not true. A lot of people like seeing you happy, bro. And the people that don't, like, what? Don't give them your energy. Give the energy to those who like seeing you succeed, because you've been killing it, Mac. You've been straight up killing it, and keep doing that shit. Look at you. You got your trailer, you got your truck, you got your land. You're doing fucking fine, bro. Ain't no one bringing you down. You just laugh in their face and move on with your life. I have not been to Fort Smith. I've just driven through Arkansas. I would like to explore it, but I also know it's really hard for travelers the farther east you go, because there's less and less public lands to camp on for free. So you got to start paying for camping, and I don't know. It's hard for me to morally pay for camping. Like, that's really hard. It's really hard. I can't do it. So knowingly purposely tried to burn him out then. I'm not actually seeing Rodder's comments on here, and I'm not sure why. Oh, there they are. Lewis said the shining through his bottle collection started the fire. Yeah, I'm sure he did. That's why he had 2 trailers burn at different times. But yeah, it was the sun shining through the light. I'm sure he thinks that strippers like him too. I'm just hoping I can get away from the psychos I'm dealing with now where I live in Pullman. Yeah, you know what? There's crazies everywhere, but at least when you go somewhere else, the crazies don't know you. Until they do. So then you just go somewhere else again. Yeah, dude. That's it, Nino. Mac's got it going on. He's killing it. He's doing just fine in life. Yeah, well, that's because, Rodder, Lewis told the fire captain that his bottle collection may have started, because we're not going to call the cops on each other, right? And we don't, like, narc. And even Lewis isn't, well, he's actually threatened to call the police a few times. Yeah, I'm live streaming. What's up?
Just taking a break.
It's my friend Tala. You guys want to see Tala? You want to meet Tala? Okay. We'll do this. Let me fix my... Here's Tala.
Hi.
It's my friend. And I'm sitting outside the restaurant that she works at. She's taking a joint. Are you taking a joint break?
No, I'm taking a cigarette break. I don't have any more.
Do you want to hit this? It's getting low. You can hit it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, take that. Hit it. Hit it.
Yep.
Everyone's just talking slab drama right now.
Oh, fun.
Like Lewis's place. And... I was joking earlier, that's not too bad a place. They have a couple of good places to visit, like hanging Judge Parker Gallows is cool. That would be cool. I'm actually kind of an American history buff. So, you know, anything that has to do with like old school American history, I'm all about. What's up, Charlie? How you doing, man? Yeah, I found it laughable as far as bottles starting it. You know, that's not impossible though, Rodders. Like, bottles have started fires out there. It's like a magnifying glass. And when the sun's coming through just perfectly, it could definitely start a fire. I've actually lit cigarettes with clear marbles before, so it's blurry for you. My signal's not great. Maybe it'll come through clearer in a little bit. I don't know, but I'm on roaming 4G, so I don't know. It's hit and miss. They did burn different times because I have a picture of the first trailer burning and a towing in flames, and his trailer is fine. Hi, Zig friend. Hi, they're saying hi to you, Tala.
Hi.
Tala actually spent time this last season in Slabs City as well. A lot of people from Slabs are coming out to this area. Things are going well for me, Charlie. Aside from like the latest, you know, my house being robbed and all that. Otherwise, things are going great. And I'm going to be having a new video dropping soon, hopefully in the next couple of days. Almost done filming everything for that one. So be looking forward to that. Hi, Tala. Spelling is close enough. It's one L, not two. It's so good. I can hear. It's blurry, but I can still see very well. Yeah, I mean, I think this might be the best I can do until I get like Starlink or some shit, and then I won't have to drive down to this restaurant and live stream from the restaurant. I could actually like do it from Nomad's Nest, right? Like from my home instead of. Hang on, let me fix this thing. This fucking thing. But yeah, eventually, hopefully, one day I'll get Starlink, and like Cause got Starlink, dude, that's rad. And I'll be able to like live stream from fucking anywhere. I seen the pizza party video from the YouTubers of Slabs and what they thought, and I liked the video too. Watched every minute of it. That's rad. I appreciate you enjoying that. I spent a lot of time editing that video. And that was my first time editing like an interview style video, so it was a new skill for me. It was pretty sweet. Hopefully we can do one kind of every year. Other dirty cops break into my old apartment and search without a warrant. That's gross. Nobody likes corrupt cops. I know a guy that started his barbecue grill with the gas, and his cat was under him, and the fire whooshed up and dropped the gas, setting him and cat on fire, and the cat ran under his house. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That's savage. I actually have a similar story, but from high school. I hear you can get mushroom-infused candy bars in Canada. I hope they make them legal here one day. You know, Biggie, Oregon just did. They just opened up a medical market for mushrooms. So that's pretty sweet. Don't like barbecue with a cup of gas. Too dangerous.
God damn it, I have to go back in.
It's 3 o'clock. Almost done. No.
Not until 8.
Oh, 8 today?
Because the live music.
Oh, there's live music today. Maybe I'll be live streaming live music later, guys.
Starts at 5.
Starts at 5. So that might be a thing. We'll see.
Check on the puppies first.
Yeah, well. That's cool. I've only tried mushrooms a couple times. Yeah, I've done a lot of mushrooms. Done a lot of a lot of hallucinogens. And I could definitely see the benefit of that in for a psychological standpoint. I guess what they're doing is they're microdosing them in Oregon. You can't legally you can legally be high, but you can't macrodose. Not as far as the law is written. It's all microdosing. So, you know, I could definitely see the benefit of that, especially if it's on a regimented treatment schedule with therapy. Super fucking useful stuff. And they're starting to experiment with all kinds of different drugs now, like mescaline and even MDMA. So, also, the VA is doing what's it called? Ketamine treatment, where they give you massive doses of ketamine to reset your brain, to help your autonomic nervous system stop responding with fight, flight, or freeze. That fight, flight, or freeze response is typical with PTSD. So when they can reset that using drugs, like, sign me the fuck up. I want to try that shit. Man, I got lucky. We had a local coppers tell us drug busts were coming. That's fucking useful. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm gonna see what I can find here. Thanks for the tip. I watched the pizza party too. Really was a decent perspective of real life. Made me wish I was already there. Yeah, and that's what that was supposed to be. Not a bunch of negative shit, but like, yo, here's why we stay. Like, I know y'all see this stuff online. Like, it doesn't even make sense why anyone would fucking live there, but here's why. Yeah, seeing y'all live free there and not having to stress how you're gonna get this money for this or that makes me want to go more and more. Or as soon as my 10-year-old's grown up, I want to go. Do it. And there's even kids there, believe it or not. There are kids that live in Slab City, and there's a school bus that comes right into the middle of town, picks people up, or picks the kids up and drives them to school. You know, it's CPS lets kids stay there as long as you got water at your place, and maybe you gotta get your water delivered, but you got water, so your kids can shower and they're fed and they're doing the homework. Like, it's an alternative lifestyle. It's not necessarily dangerous for children, you know, and that's what they inspect, and that's what they go there to find out. I've heard they were doing that with DMT as well. Yeah, they have, actually. There's a whole documentary around the DMT being the God particle or the God drug or some shit like that. Um, families do live there, yes. Fuck yeah, transplanting weed plants while I listen and enjoy. Thanks, Vlad. I used to, when I was working on the weed farms up in Northern California, I used to just put my earbuds in and listen to podcasts and shit and YouTube. So like happy to be entertaining you during that. I know how tedious that is. Yeah. Just smoke a bowl and get through it, man. You got this. Using battery low voltage can affect the way a modern vehicle runs. Okay. Hi, Troy. Good to see you, dude. It would be impossible for them to give up on all this convenience. It's something you have to want. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you don't want it, then you're never going to start traveling. And there's a lot of conveniences, believe it or not, in 2022 that you can take with you on the road. You can take electricity with you. You can take cell phone coverage with you. It's not impossible to do this life and bring a lot of the creature comforts that you have with you. A hot shower. Like, my 40-foot diesel pusher had every amenity in it that any other house would, except floor space. And I didn't need all that floor space, because what are you using all that floor space for? To fucking walk on. How much money are you spending on empty space just so you can make it across your living room longer? Like, it takes you longer to reach the kitchen. Like, that's how much money we're spending on space. And that's cool if you like it. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it anymore. Yeah, DMT is quite an interesting experience, isn't it? I've never heard of anyone having a bad trip on DMT. I've heard of people having bad trips on every hallucinogen out there except DMT. I saw another good take on Subsidy done recently. Our Story TV on YouTube, non-biased. I wonder if I saw that one. Was that the I have to check that out, but I wonder if that's one with Ben Fogel. Was that the one with Ben Fogel, Deanna? I'm not worried about convenience. Sure, it's going to be more work than sitting in front of my TV, but it will be worth it just to get away from these gang stalking jerks. God damn. You know, what I have learned on the road is that sometimes a situation will come up that you have to get out of, and in Babylon, you can pay someone to get you out of it. Maybe you ain't got no cell phone signal. Maybe you ain't got no money. You're going to have to get yourself out of this situation. Whether it be a flat tire or, you know, you got your vehicle stuck and you need to dig it the fuck out. Like, you got to woman or man the fuck up and figure out how to get yourself out of that situation. So that's a really fucking cool experience, right? To solve your own issue. So I think that's like a whole bunch of independence in that, right? I think if you haven't tried TNT, you should, because it's super fun. You only get to try it once. You can also fish with TNT. I don't know if you knew that, but when I did DMT, people monitored us. Lewis is in it. Not Lewis is in what? Oh, in that documentary. I got you. I'm not sure I've seen that one. Kind of worries me if they put Lewis in it, though. Like, yeah, whatever. They always, I don't know, man. There's so many great humans to pick from in the Slabs, and they pick the most eccentric people to represent our town. And I don't know if that's a great representation. That's like going to Hollywood Boulevard and being like, this is LA. And it's just not how it is in real life. Yeah, I feel that, and that's my thoughts. We rent spaces to store shit we don't need. We just don't want to throw away because we paid money. I want to live this. The minimalist lifestyle is something a lot of people are looking into right now because, you know, maybe it's financial reasons, maybe it's moral reasons, or whatever it is, but it's becoming more and more popular. I sleep in my motorhome. The old house I was living in, at least the last 100 years, was invaded by a bunch of snakes. I won't sleep in there. Well, I don't know what to tell you aside from calling fucking the Orkin Man or some shit. As soon as I wake up, they're stomping above me. They actually use pinhole cameras here and thermal cameras like living in a Big Brother 20. That's fucking crazy. I hope that's not... That's insane. I hope that you can get the fuck out of there, Deborah. Mac, maybe you should make a video about your DMT trip. That would be kind of cool. I bet people would be curious. People have never tried it. Maybe want to know what that's like. We all watch y'all because you're living how we want to. Well, I'm happy to bring my lifestyle to you guys. I always, 20 years ago, I think most people would have just looked at us as like vagabonds or homeless people. And now, I mean, with the internet and the fascination, people are really curious about how to make it work and how to have a simple life, however that looks. I bought a hot shower cube thing for my cargo trailer. I haven't unboxed yet, but I can't wait to try it out. Fucking A, man. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Carlitos. Let's hit that like button. You guys are killing it, though. I got 32 likes. I don't know if it's the same on your screen or if it's down here, but mine's right there and right there. So I got 32 likes, 35 people. I think that's great. You ever have anxiety from cannabis? Charlie, yes, absolutely. My tolerance is so high right now that no, I don't get anxiety anymore. But when I first got out of the Army, okay, so this is a great conversation. I've had this conversation with a lot of people. When I first got out of the Army, I smoked weed like I used to, right? Like when I was in high school and I used to burn every day. And I went over to a friend's house and we smoked a joint and then I took a couple hits off his bong and then we passed the pipe around. And I was so fucking high. I was uncomfortable. And I was borderline panic attack, maybe even in a panic attack, and it was not fun. I did not enjoy myself whatsoever. It was uncomfortable, and I didn't want this thing that I used to enjoy to give me more anxiety. I've got enough on my own. So what I realized I did, though, is I just smoked way more than I should have, right? Like, you don't have a tolerance to it yet. It's like pounding a half gallon of liquor when you've never drank before. So you've take a hit. If you don't have a tolerance and you've never smoked cannabis very much, or if it's a new experience for you, take one fucking hit and do it right before bed. So you know that you're not going to have anything to do. You're in a comfortable space, have some munchies and TV or something on hand, and just chill and see how that does you. And I did that straight up. I did that for 6 months. I would take a hit before bed and I would pass out. Take a hit and pass out every day. And then that led eventually to me taking 2 hits. And then eventually that led to me smoking a bowl before bed. And then eventually that led to me getting off of work, taking a hit, and then finishing that bowl before bed. And now I smoke all day, every day. I just don't really wake and bake. But I smoke after I have some coffee. And I don't get anxiety anymore. It doesn't happen to me anymore. But I do remember when I didn't have a tolerance, it was not a very fun experience. So just like anything else, any other drug that you ever try, I don't care what it is, don't do a whole bunch at once. Do a tiny little amount and then let yourself chill for the night. Don't even be like, oh, I'm gonna try more later if it doesn't hit me very hard, because it might. So plan on a tiny little bit and just seeing how that does you. And if you don't enjoy it, don't do it again. If you do enjoy it, do it again. That's up to you. But with cannabis, it's all about your tolerance. It's all it is. I'm sure I got a lot of comments to catch up on. I've always wanted to try DMT. Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. Like it can be a lot of quite an experience. That's when I do e-begging and I'm stuck somewhere in my vehicle and I don't have the funds, but I always try to be prepared, so I don't have to. Yeah, see, the panic attack thing. And Charlie, like, also consider that maybe you're getting a sativa and not an indica, and sativa can give you more anxiety. It's like what you should take if you're gonna like do the dishes or do a bunch of chores. You would smoke a sativa, and if you wanted to relax and chill and maybe get couch locked and maybe eat some munchies, you're gonna want to try an indica, and an indica will be like a downer, whereas a sativa is an upper. So that really does affect your experience. Yeah, Mac has got a motorhome and a travel trailer now. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments, so. Yeah, Charlie, you stopped, and that's common, actually. The anxiety on cannabis, it's really common. Everyone has it if they don't have a tolerance, so. And nowadays, that was 20 years ago, nowadays the THC levels are a lot higher. So honestly, just a hit would be all you needed. And then to just, if you are getting anxiety, just remember, like, oh yeah, I'm on drugs. Like, I do that when I'm on acid. I'll start getting anxiety when I'm on acid, and I'll be like, oh wait, I'm on drugs. That's why that's happening. And then it just kind of goes away because I acknowledge it and I define it and like, here's why it's happening. And you're like, oh yeah, no wonder. That makes sense. And then you're usually a lot better because you know it's not going to be forever. I've had a comfortable life. I've been rather rich once and then completely poor, but being in the middle is a lot less stressful. Planning, being prepared, planning ahead. That's great. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to travel. You can do it, as with your thumb into the wind, or you can do it like me, which is kind of middle of the road. Maybe I'm on the lesser end of the middle of the road, lower middle class. And then you can do upper middle class, and then you can have or you can get yourself $250,000 RV. I don't care how you travel. You can hop trains. Everyone travels how they're most comfortable, and for some people that is hopping trains, and some people that's in their $250,000 RV. And I respect every bit of it because we all have that travel itch, and we're just scratching it. We're just scratching it the best way we know how. You're smoking lots and stopped 8 months ago and feel much better. Fuck yeah, dude, that's cool. It's not for everybody. It's not. I don't drink. I really don't drink very often because it's not for me. And for some people, cannabis isn't for them. I'll take this break at the end of the month, prepare, go back to the work for the city animal control. Yeah, I bet they drug test, don't they, Deanna? And if you can shower and wash your hair, nothing like it. Nina knows. Nina knows. When you're traveling, a shower is like a body chasm, bro. Oh man, I got so many. I'm trying to catch up on all your comments, guys. Poke it with your thumbs. Appreciate that. Catch you next time, Zig. Gotta go to the dispensary. Gotta drive 35 miles to get there. Have a great day. Yeah, James, it's about the same for me out here in Nomad's Nest. I've got to drive about 45 minutes to get to the dispensary. And the first 10 minutes of that is down this bumpy ass road going 5 miles an hour. So we swamping you. Yeah, there's a lot of comments there. Plus I get carried away with my stories too, don't I? Used to smoke an onion a week. I broke down to a gram a day or a quarter a week. Yeah, I mean, I smoke more when I'm in Slabs because the weed's more affordable and my money stretches farther. When I come out here, my cannabis smoking drops a lot. So I have this little one-hitter bong. It's pretty nice, and that keeps me pretty stoned, and it helps me conserve my weed. But yeah, I smoke less when I'm not in Slabs just because. Hi, Kendall. I miss you too. Aw, good to see you. What's the average temp in Slabs in the wintertime, like October, say March? So the beginning of October, it's still 100 degrees. Maybe October is about the time that I get there, and it drops below 90 degrees, or I'm sorry, 100 degrees, and it's in the 90s. By November, it's a mild, comfortable, 75, 80 degrees every day. The winter gets cold. It gets cold in the winter too, where you're wearing a coat every day, and you're running your heat in your RV, and I've seen it snow in Slabs once in all the times I've been there. And it didn't stick except to the couch. It stuck to the couch, and somebody scooped up all the snow that was on the couch, and they threw the snowball at Spider's son, Spider from Ponderosa, and he is at the time he was 15, and he gets hit with a snowball, and he was raised in Slabs, this kid. He gets hit with a snowball, and he's like, what the fuck was that? Was that a snowball? And he was super confused. Never seen a snowball before in his life. But that was last winter, not this one that we just had, but the last one. It snowed down there. Yeah, it was poor kid got hit with a snowball. I didn't even know. It's expensive here, so I'm saving money. Yeah, it's expensive. You've been bankrupt? Dude, Kindle, you're in. Kindle, drop your TikTok. Drop your TikTok right here. Kindle has a TikTok with all her Cashapp info on there, I think. So she's bankrupt, and she needs somebody to buy her a joint. She's a really good friend of mine from back in the day. So if y'all throw her some love, I'd be stoked. It's finally getting warm there. I saw that it had snowed recently. I saw it snowed recently back. Yeah, Kindle's from Bend, where I'm from. Well, Redmond. And I used to own a home in Redmond. And yeah, that's my stomping grounds, bro. See you, Charlie. Yeah, be sure to check it out later. I'm going to be live streaming probably for another like 20 minutes or so. And then I got to go do some more filming. Got to go check on the puppies. Dude, Miles is a little fucking terrorist. I can't leave him in the RV because he'll chew shit up. He chewed up a couple of phone cords already, and he tried to chew up my flip-flops. But I got a cage for him, right? And I put him in the cage, and he pulled my sleeping bag through the cage and tore up my sleeping bag, and it was wedged in there. The little bastard was really pulling on it. Like, God, he's such a little terrorist, little tie-dye terrorist. What's up, America United? How you doing? Oh, thanks, Kendall. I like the editing stuff. Like, I mean, I don't get very creative very often. I'm not much of an artist or anything like that. Like, I don't draw, I don't paint. But with this video editing stuff, I get to be creative a little bit, and it's pretty fucking fun, honestly. I'm enjoying it. And I'm stoked everyone else is enjoying it too. Mac had to. How long does it take for 5 gallons of water in Slab City to go away in May? Yeah, tie-dye terrorist, Kendall. He absolutely is. A little tie-dye terrorist. My friend's kids, they dyed their hair and then they tie-dyed my dog. How's Spider doing? Last I saw him, he was doing great. Getting ready for summer and building, and he's got some big plans for Ponderosa. So when I get back there after the summer is over, I look forward to seeing what he's done to the place. Oh, thanks, Kendall. You hear that, guys? I'm an artist. Deborah, hang in there and do something nice for yourself. That's always good advice. Do something nice for yourself. You are your own best friend. Rodders, I went to Salvation Mountain and signed and follow the yellow brick road, but I was a little buzzed and thought it said follow the yellow dick road. So that was awkward. I'm probably not allowed back. Yeah, I bet you are. They've had weirder than you. Trust me. Salvation Mountain's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out. I mean, if you're going to come to Slab City, it's worth seeing a lot of Slab City. But if you're going to come in and not want to see Slab City, at least go see Salvation Mountain, East Jesus. Always great spots to visit. Did I find out who's dying him? Yes, it was the Bottle Kids. The Bottle Kids died my dog. Hey, where do you get those huge water containers you see at the Slabs? I suppose it depends on where you are in the world. Down there in Slabs, there's a guy in town that will rent them to you if you're going to be temporary, or he'll sell them to you if you're going to be permanent. Here where I'm at, there's a few people around town that will sell cisterns, which is kind of what those are, water cisterns. So yeah, I mean, Craigslist is where I would start if you're not in that neck of the woods. You should see what is done to Jack's place since you've been gone. Oh, I bet they did a whole bunch of stuff to Jack's place. Actually, they've been planning on hooking him up. Is his generator still doing okay? So he burned through 2 generators within a couple of weeks, right as I was leaving, and thankfully they were all under warranty, so he got brand new ones. But yeah, I think his generator's still doing all right. Oh, is that Bear? Oh, you motherfucker. Come visit me at my land, Bear. I have a generator I need you to work on. So one of my neighbors, since my generator got stolen, one of my neighbors dropped off this generator and it's not running. And I'm not you, Bear. I'm not you. I don't know how to... But yeah, come swing by my land out in Taos, man. You're always welcome. You can throw up your tent. You can set up, whatever, do what you want. If you need a spot, you know, like, you're welcome, bro. Like, hit me up on Facebook. It's Zig Sehorn. So yeah, I didn't know that was Bear. You know, that's all been doing, hanging in there. That's the way I'll fucking A, Bear. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments, Deborah. Yeah, Deborah, my family's all gone too. My mom passing was the last little bit I had, really. So yeah, what's up, Bear? It's good to have you on the live stream, dude. Straight up, like, for real. If you ever need, in the summertime, I'll be up here near Taos, New Mexico. and can come here and post up at my property, Nomad's Nest, and then I'll put you to work on my generator. Oh, Nino, I remember when I buried mine. In fact, I have my dad's ashes in my pickup. He travels with me everywhere I go. Plus, I have his ashes in this tattoo right here. I put his ashes in the ink, and yeah, losing my dad was really, really rough. More so than my mother. Yeah, it does suck. That's really that. There's nothing you can say, right? Like, it just sucks. That's it. If there were words that we could all just say and you'd be like, oh yeah, that makes me feel better, like, we would say them, but they don't exist because it sucks. And acknowledging that it sucks is probably the best thing anyone can do, because it really does. Yeah. Kendall lost her father recently too. I remember that. About the same time I lost my mom. Mac, if you need to be picked up on the way, you're somewhere around, you're happy, I will pick you up, Bear. Yeah, Bear, I'm doing all right, man. I'm glad to have you following me. I think I saw when you started following me. You're gonna start doing YouTube stuff. You should start doing YouTube stuff. You got a cool story too. You're a traveler. People like this lifestyle, man. They want to see it. You're actually down in California. Well, you passed me. You passed me, you dick. Rotters, yeah, those words don't exist. It just sucks to lose family members, people you love. Like Einstein, not to get like too detached, but Einstein believed that they're just over the time horizon. They still exist, but in our perspective, we just can't see them anymore because the time horizon's right there, and we can only see in our perspective of time, right? So he was a bit detached too, but I wonder if he was right, because they do still exist. You bring your trailer to Slab City. Sometimes I didn't bring my trailer this last season to Slab City, but usually I do. You're in San Francisco. Yeah, Bear, Spider does miss you. Mac is right. He talks about you a lot. I have nice nephews and brother and sister. I'm okay. That's good, Nino. I'm glad that you're not alone. It's important to have family and loved ones, like a support group. I have 5 sisters, all older. They all died of alcoholism. Fortunately, I'm not addicted to anything except cigs, maybe. I don't want to really stress it. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes too. Not exactly the healthiest of habits out there, but it's actually a tough one. That's a tough addiction right there. Yeah, Bear Spider does talk about you a lot. I mean, if you want to go down there and say hi to him, bro, it's real hot down there, and I'm sure he'd set you up. Obviously, like, you'll always be welcome there. But I'm at 8,500 feet, and I got beautiful mountain view and a ½ acre of undeveloped land, and yeah, you're welcome out here, bro, anytime, even if you don't fix my generator. If you haven't hit that like button yet, though, I got 20 people in here right now. Go ahead and hit the like button. I'm gonna be like I said, I've been working on my last video. After I'm done here, I'm gonna run home, do a little bit more filming, and then do some video editing tomorrow, maybe tonight too, and hopefully get it posted maybe tomorrow, but most likely Monday. A couple of peeps went to Mexico today for cigarettes. I bet you missed those deals. Yes, I do. But cigarettes out here aren't as expensive as they are in California. They're not as cheap as in Mexico, but they're not California prices. They're like half that. I mean, I got this pack of Camels yesterday for $5, name brand. Trying to get you an RV and you'll swing through there. Cool, man. Happy to have you. Get yourself an RV. Bring an RV door, an extra RV door if you could, because someone broke mine. I love all the animal names. I want an animal name. Hey Zig, I'm in Prescott Valley, Arizona. I have a full hookup and water before we go on the ranch. Ever get this way? I love Prescott. The Roche. I'm probably hacking that name up, but I'm gonna just go with the Roche. Prescott Valley. When my dad passed away, he was about 2 months from moving to Prescott Valley with his horses, and you know, it would be cool to be able to put some of his ashes out there in Prescott too. It's such a beautiful area because it's not so high up in Flagstaff. It's not so low down in Phoenix. It's that nice, like, on the way up, but not all the way up. Yeah, you know how to reach me, Bear, right? Let me know if you don't, but I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, a couple of slabbers bought land around where Zig's at. We're gonna make it a new Slab City, a stoner Slab City only. Yeah, there's enough, there's tweakers out here too, Mac, but, you know, we're not gonna invite those ones from Slabs. Oh yeah! Yo, Bear, my friend Kendall here in the chat has a Class C 30-foot RV for sale, and they're like looking to offload it. So it's up in Oregon. Food for thought. I would be jumping all over that actually if I could afford it right now, but I can't. 36 likes. Those are some amazing numbers for a new channel. Right on, Zig. The haters can't say nothing. Nothing. The haters are gonna say whatever that they want to say. Yes, it is Roche. Thanks. I thought so. Yeah, I've had some trolls, and I knew that was gonna happen. The trolls chased Rabbitside away from YouTube. Rabbitside had an amazing channel, way better channel than I have. In fact, the channel still exists if you want to go check out Rabbitside. But they stopped posting because they were getting so many trolls, and you know, I'm already getting a few of them myself, so I'm just gonna like not give them energy and keep blocking them like I just did on this chat with Nikki. Not gonna have that shit. Like, take it elsewhere. I have no problem blocking people. I really don't care, because I'm not here to like make this my career. Like, I'm here to make videos and post them and entertain people, and then do live streams to get to know this community. I'm not here to like be all like talking drama and shit. There's channels out there for that. Go to Slab City News if you want to hear about the drama. That's not what my channel is going to be about. There's enough channels out there about slabs that are negative, right? That are just drama filled, and I'm not going to be about that. And if I ever am about that, y'all call me on it. Call me on it, put me in check, because that's not, we got enough of that out there. Like, let's just make something positive, right? Like, let's make something fun. Can't it be fun? I don't care if I get more clicks for drama. I'm gonna get clicks because I give a shit about my videos, not because I want to talk shit about somebody. You have arrived when you have trolls. Yeah, fucking A, I guess so, right? Like, oh, Kendall, you missed the trolls. We had one earlier. There's this dude that trolls everybody in Slabs. He's been like trying to troll me. I used to smoke Camels. I quit, and they were like $3.50 a pack. I remember giving $3 to get a pack of smokes and getting change back. Like, that's how old I am. Keep it all light and happy. People like niceness. I think so. Like, I like niceness. I like niceness a lot more than negativity. They got watched all your videos so far. I enjoy them. Fucking A, Bear. I'm glad that you enjoy them, man. Like, it's fun. I bet you could do some really fucking cool videos with your lifestyle too, man. Like, you got story to tell too. I think you should do it. Nino, nothing. Nothing. I'm totally confused as to why I'm being stalked. Besides the dirty cop's wife's desperate for me waiting. Damn, Deborah. It sounds like you do need to get out of that environment you're in. I remember in the Marine Corps going to PX when I was out. Rage at a pack of cigarettes being 25 cents. I was outraged. Oh man, that must have been a long time ago you were in the Corps. Where were you stationed at, Roche? Hey Indrid, good to have you here, man. Things are going pretty well. I am working on my latest video and setting up Nomad's nest. Yeah, cigarettes in California are $10 a pack. That sucks. American Spirits in Oregon are 12 plus. You know what, Kindle? I can get American Spirits in Mexico for like $50 a carton. And I've thought about like stocking up on American Spirits and then bringing them to Oregon and selling them. Camp Pendleton, you were a Hollywood jarhead. I get to call you that because I was Army. I lived next to Camp Lejeune. I graduated high school and I lived right next to the back gate of Camp Lejeune, which is why I didn't join the Marine Corps, because I lived next to Camp Lejeune. So I joined the Army instead, which was just as bad probably. And others is that in Japan? Were you in Japan? The air station? I can't pronounce that. Kanoi? You gotta get monetized, man. Your channel will do extremely well. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Mac. I'm pretty close to getting monetized. I'm 3/4 of the way there. Like, I'm almost 800 subscribers, and 2 weeks ago I had 600. So that's like 100 a week. That's sweet. So yeah, Oahu. That's right. They have the Marine Corps base in Oahu. I knew they had one in Japan. It's Okinawa. That's where it was. The one in Japan. They have an Army base in Oahu as well, too, I believe. So, yeah, I've got 3,000 hours of watch time, and that doesn't count shorts. Like, the shorts that I post, they don't go towards my watch time. They don't go towards monetization. I just do those because it's fun. Hey, Beckers, what's up? I'm not mad I voted for it because I knew it would help me quit. That's cool. I mean, I don't think making sin tax helps people quit. It just lets the government rake in more of our money, really. If sin tax helped people quit, like, people would have quit by now. We all know it's unhealthy, and they've jacked up the price over the last 20 years. Drink one for Dane Day, Dutch Bros. Yeah, the May 20th is the day that Dane passed away from ALS. Every Oregonian, for the most part, knows that fucking story. So drink one for Dane Day, and they any coffee you get from Dutch Bros on May 20th goes towards ALS research. And ALS, for those who don't know, is Lou Gehrig's disease, right? It's a systemic disease of your central nervous system that makes you paralyzed, and it travels up your body and eventually reaches your lungs, and you pass away. And that's what Dane passed away of. Yeah, Bear, it does really suck. You know, I've had to rebuild before. I have to rebuild again. The worst part about it really is the door. Like, the fucking door is busted and I can't even close it. So I'm trying to figure that out. I went to the Habitat for Humanity Restore today to see if they had RV doors, and they don't. So unless I find another RV door somehow, I'm kind of dead in the water because I can't close the door and I can't drive down the road like that. But then I also got to rewire my solar and my batteries, and you know, it's just all fucking very inconvenient. A neighbor who had sympathy on me dropped off a generator that doesn't run anymore, and they've got a new one since then. So it'd be great if you can come here and fucking get that thing going. Not to mention, like, it's beautiful here, dude. There's a hot springs not too far away. There's a shower for $5 right up the road for me. So, you know, it's a pretty cushy ass spot, aside from the fact that we're in the high desert instead of the low desert. It's all true that why else would I go through all the trouble to move thousands of miles? These people are nuts. Yeah, Deborah, it's crazy that people would harass you like that. I really think that, you know, maybe hitting the road is a good solution, because they don't know where you are. How are they going to find you? I still smoke occasionally, but don't buy them anymore. That's good. I think that everyone should quit smoking, right? Like, it's so bad for you. It's so bad. Find carbon to reframe your door, and you can put any door in it. So the frame for the door is fine. The frame is fine. They busted the actual door itself. And I've thought about putting another door in there. I guess I would have to cut it to size, like buy a door that's not hollow, like inside of an apartment door, like a front door, and then cut it to size, I guess, right? Like, probably so. And then make the latches fit in the frame that exists on my RV, right? And I gotta even make it a little bit smaller so because the RV was gonna flex and close those gaps as it goes down the road. So, I don't know, once I have the tools. Mac has tools. Mac said I'd probably be able to use his tools, so that'd be useful. I'm glad you said that smoking is bad for you, because to tell you the truth, it really is one of the vices that will take you down later in life so fast. It's true, Roche. It almost did take me down, dude. Anxiety mixed with smoking. I had a heart attack at 32 years old, and I quit smoking for a year, and I started up again. Like, it is the worst fucking thing I've ever. I remember when I got out of basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia. I hadn't smoked the entire time. I had no desire to smoke except for mental, right? And I went down and I bought a pack of smokes and I took my first drag in 4 months. And I was like, oh, that's fucking gross. I need to smoke a lot of these so I can get used to it again. It's so fucking dumb. If people always ask, like, if there was ever anything in your life that you can go back and do over, it would be that moment right there. It would be that one. And I'd be like, oh, this is gross. I'm not doing that anymore, and throw it away and then be done with it. But, you know, it's an addiction, and addiction is real. It's real life. And the fact that cigarettes are so readily available and cheap makes it really fucking difficult. And it's terrible for you. It killed my father. It killed my mother. It killed both my parents. You know, I just watched my mom die of lung cancer, like slowly suffocate in a bed. And I watched it. I watched her take her last breath, and even that wasn't motivation enough for me to quit smoking. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a fucked up addiction. It's really all I can say. I just bought a new electric saw, Craftsman. You can use that to cut a door. That would be sweet. Yep, reframe it and find you any door. Yeah, I mean, dude, I would love to have your expertise if you're gonna come down. I'm not completely. I mean, I could do it, but I think that with your help, I could probably make it better. Hey, what's up, Darren? Darren, great. Actually, my sergeant in Iraq, the last name was great. Chewing sunflower seeds help quit smoking. Yeah, Deanna, I have it would have to be like pistachios or something like that. Something that doesn't have a lot of salt in it. Because with my heart, I have heart problems, so I have to take medication for that. And I can't do high intakes of sodium. Because the salt's really, really bad for you too. The patch I quit in April last year, and I smoked a lot. I did the patch for a little bit too. It gave me really bad dreams, and I actually have PTSD, so having more bad dreams than usual was just, it wasn't cool with me. I'll have to figure some other alternative out, you know, for that nicotine, maybe the gum or something, but the gum gives you the shits too. 32 cents when I was in high school. 32 cents. Back in my day, I could get a paper for a nickel. Man, I was born in the wrong era, man. This era sucks for finances. I remember the 90s was great, but I wasn't old enough in the 90s to really, like, take advantage of the financial graces that we had. And now in this time frame, like, there's just no fucking winning in the 2020s, 2010s. Fucking hey, it's 420 somewhere. That's a good reminder. Thought we were burning one too. I got my dab pen right here. All right. Catching up on comments. If you have patches on at night, it'll give you nightmares. Yeah, and I just can't do the nightmare thing, man. Like, that's where most of my disability comes from, is night terrors. So that's where most of my disability rating comes from. Yes, in toothpicks, I knew someone who always carried toothpicks. I actually do chew on toothpicks quite a bit, and my fingernails. Hey, what's up? I ate Pusey. New sub, welcome. Anyways, let's see them follow me over 1,000 at Dell with the heat. If they do, well, they can't touch me there. That's it. If you can take the heat, you'll be fine. Put tobacco pouches between your toes? Is that real life? Does that help? Pumpkin seeds. For my pumpkin seeds for your prostate. Pumpkins for prostates. That's like pumpkin spice, right? Like pumpkin spice for your prostate. The new, I don't know. Yeah, the new Pulsar pen. Those are pretty cool. I got this little vape pen here that was left behind by someone that traveled with me for a little bit, and you get to take the lid off and put your dabs in there, and it's a little dab pen. You know, heats it up with electricity instead of with a torch. So it's nice and convenient and discreet. Like, I've been in Walmart puffing on this thing and no one knew the wiser. But it's about empty. It's needs to be refilled, and my dabs are at home. So you're gonna have me for a little longer. You're gonna have me for a little longer, and then I'll have to go check on the puppers. Power of Cow. You got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, guys. Happy to have you. Like, welcome to my channel. Leave your drama at the door and enjoy yourself. Well, Deanna, if it's really that scary, I feel like maybe the authorities could get involved if you're being stalked. That's nuts. That's nuts. The Pulsar pen looks like an eyeliner. And then if you get pulled over, you just be sitting there doing your eyes with your dab pen and then put it away. Like, maybe they won't even notice. Like, hello, officer. Why have you pulled me over today, sir? Really is pretty here. Like, let me show you guys. Let me show you. I'm gonna have to adjust my tripod real quick. Am I getting a pie delivery? I'm getting a pie delivery.
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
Yeah.
I got cherry pie. Delivery. It's not delivery. It's cherry pie. What a great restaurant. All right. So let me show y'all shit. Look at that. It's like just rock structure sitting over here I get to stare at. And then there's another one over in that direction. Like hidden behind the trees a little bit. All right, let me set my tripod back up. And I'll get to the comments. Because I care what y'all are saying. Yeah, it really is beautiful. I feel lucky to be living. I got cherry pie delivery. Fucking A. What a great life. What a great life. All right. Let me scroll up. There it is. Big party going on next door. Leafs are in the 7s. Oh yeah, there's a sports game going on. I don't really watch sports, to be honest with you. I'm not very like masculine in that regard. Like, sports, cool. On your generator, clean the spark plug and clean the carburetor. 9 out of 10, it will fire back up. That might just be that simple, honestly. They said that it fires up. I haven't tried it yet, but they said that it fires up, but it doesn't generate electricity. So I'm wondering if it's the same piece that Spider blew on his. But I don't know. I haven't tried to fire it up yet. Yeah, Deborah, get those noises on video. Get them on video. Video proves everything. Just tell them it's CBD and they leave you alone. They can't absorb the cost to test every pen. That's not a bad idea, actually. I never considered that. You could probably do that with flour also. Like, it's CBD. What kind of cigarettes am I smoking? I'm smoking Camels. Not my preferred choice, but they were $5 at the gas station. So I was like, sold. They had a box sitting there. $5 cigarettes. And I looked through it. None of them were name brand except Camels. So I was like, okay. Tala is the best. Just sub. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Tengu Dim Sum. Another thing is new phones because the little pen comes with it. Yeah, Mac, they basically replaced the Note, like the Samsung Galaxy Note. They don't do those anymore. They did with the S21. They had the Note S21 Ultra and the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And then they kind of combined the two with the S22. And so it has its own stylus. Like, I can get a stylus from iPhone, but it doesn't like have a little spot for you to put it in the phone. But I guess the 200 megapixel camera that they were bragging about, they didn't come out with. Like, it's not apparently the one they put in there. So they put the same camera, but it's more streamlined and like looks prettier on that new phone. How do you like that new phone? No more micro SD. I wonder if you can still use a Fire Stick. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to use a Fire Stick. You should still be able to. Walk a mile for a camel. You know, Paleo, I used to do that when I was quitting smoking. When I was 32, I would make smoking inconvenient. And at the time, it was winter and there was snow on the ground in Oregon, and I would walk to the end of my driveway every time I wanted a cigarette. So I would just make it more inconvenient, and I really slowed down. But you know, that didn't stick. Smoking sucks. I wish I can. Like, I've actually done. I've done acupuncture for it. I've done. What's that? Hypnosis. I did hypnosis for smoking. I've done the patch. I even vaped. Like, did the vape juice stuff for a while, which actually that wasn't terrible. But nothing quite does it the way a cigarette does it, and that's fucking awful. It's an awful thing to say. Yeah, Deborah, you're not paranoid if there's actually somebody fucking with you. That doesn't make you paranoid. It makes you pissed off. I get it. Hey from Daryl, Darren's brother, Dargray. My brother watching you now. He'll sub. Sweet. I'll take all the subs I can. This is fucking rad. I'm so close to 1,000. I'm at 800, or just right around 800, 780 something. So, you know, once I get to 1,000, that's wonderful. You can look up the metrics for your YouTube channel on this website called Social Blade, and it kind of gives you an estimate, right? Like, of what YouTube will pay you for your videos. And it's an estimation because they don't know how many watch time hours you got or any of that stuff. And they also don't know how much the advertisers are going to pay, because during certain seasons, your watch hours might go up, but your pay goes down because the advertisers pay less money during those times, and they pay more during peak times. So, yeah, they've estimated I'll make anywhere from like $30 a month to $200 a month just on the stuff I'm doing now. So I'm super jazzed about that. I'll take $30 a month. I'll take 200 a month, but it's probably not going to be that high. I don't think my channel's quite there yet. However, I did talk to this YouTuber that has 100 and something thousand subscribers, and he says he makes about $2,500 a month just from YouTube alone. He also does like Patreon. He does all this other stuff, and he has his own podcast that he does. So he has a lot of other, diversifying his income stream. But I don't know how deep into that I will go, how deep into the YouTuber personality I'll go. I think that I'll maybe just keep it simple, because that's what I want my life to be, is simple. And I'll just keep posting videos and doing live streams and posting music from Slab City and featuring camps and featuring my travels. That's what I want to show. Let's see. Try a prayer for quitting smoking. It might just work. I like it a lot. I can't wait to get all the camera settings down for night photos, but it's pretty awesome. Yeah, Mac, the night photos is actually pretty easy once you pull it off, and you'll have to tinker with it each night. But I'll show you when you get here. I'm waiting because the moon's about to be full, so I'm waiting for the moon to go the fuck away. It's because I can see the Milky Way out here with the naked eye, and I want to get some pictures of it so fucking bad. It'll be easier to quit smoking when you can't breathe. Yeah, that's true. Look, Deborah, there's websites for people looking for like ride shares, and maybe you can catch a ride share out of there. There's even Facebook groups so you can catch ride shares. I guess that happened. North Dakota's badass. It's so sparse, and you get the entire sky, right? Like, the Dakotas are actually pretty legit. I mean, it's a little too cold for my taste. I guess that would help me quit smoking. Being a quad would definitely, no one's going to light a cigarette for you. Although my grandfather, he was dying of lung cancer, and it took him years and years and years to go. I go visit my grandfather out in his little shop, and she'd be like, "Don't you be giving him any cigarettes." And I'd be like, "Okay, Graham." And then my dying grandfather would ask me for a cigarette, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, what what would you do? Like, the guy's dying. Let the man have a fucking cigarette, right? So, you know, it's not like he's gonna live. He's already terminal. So I would give him a couple cigarettes, and he'd be like, "Here's $50, grandson." You know, that's what I mostly do. React like I'm losing. That's okay. I'm starting my new and all their games, toys, fans, bullshit. I'm too good. It's all in vain. Blood Moon denied that I'm coming out with. Maybe I still can, but the moon is, there's so much light pollution that the moon gives you, so you can't get really good pictures of the stars of the Milky Way with that thing just blinding it all out. So maybe it'll be on the video after that. It sucks to see some YouTube creators stressing to put out their content turning into a job they hate. Keep it up as long as you enjoy it. Yeah, I don't really expect I'll ever hate this. You know, and if I start making a decent, you know, bit of money off of it, that's great. But I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I needed an outlet. I needed a creative outlet. And doing these, I always had my camera out, and I was always taking pictures and recording things. And now I just have a reason to, right? Something creative to do with it. And I didn't have that before. The full moon is Monday, and today is Saturday. Oh, we have a lunar eclipse on the 15th. I'll be damned. Yes, eat desserts. I forgot about the cherry pie. Is it warm? I don't like warm fruit. Is that weird? I don't like pineapple on my pizza. I don't like hot pie. But that's really good. Yeah. You're right, Paleo. I could quit. It's not impossible. My dad, he quit. And he said that, he said like after like 5 or 6 years he'd quit. Every once in a while he'd still wake up and looking for his cigarettes. And that's just, even if I do quit, I know that's my future. And that's awful. It's awful to live like that. I'm not looking forward to that. All right, Mac. You need an iPhone or better camera? I think I have a better iPhone, or I have a better camera than the iPhone. I have a Sam's, except that. Damn, Deb. Sounds rough. Losing all that family so often. I've lost family too. Never fun. But saying I'm like, but now I really am. As soon as I smoke this. Yeah, Paleo, the money might be what does it for me. Yeah, Deb, me too. I smoke more when I'm bored. A lot more when I'm bored. And when I drive. Driving makes me smoke. Oh, you guys are, yeah, look at all those words of encouragement for her. You guys are great. That's why I have you here. That's it, right there. We all human. And we're all going to continue being human. And you know what? There's enough toxic people on the internet as it is. So if I keep this group small and like healthy, I'm good with that. Like, that's what we need, right? I don't want it big and toxic. Like, there's enough of that shit. Why would I invite that into my life? That's not fun. That would stress me out. Yeah, man. Nomad's Nest. We all hurt. That's true, isn't it? Like, being human means being hurt sometimes, and hurt people, right? Like, that's a saying they say, right? Like, hurt people, and that checks out, because you think that you're defending yourself, or you're like making boundaries, and sometimes that fucking hurts. So hurt people hurts people. I'm gonna go do some gaming and try to out my Wii Boost. We have a good day now. Talk to you later. It's like, yeah, I'm so curious, Mac, how your Wii Boost is gonna work out here. I'm pretty curious. Cigars are spendy. I figured that all my toys brought out since been paid for by cigar money. To be human, we must feel every emotion, good and bad. Right? It's a spectrum. It can't be all good or all bad. It's got to be a little bit of everything. Like, you know, my house getting broken into and me getting robbed, that was definitely a bad thing. And I could choose to be super upset about that, which I was upset about that, or I could choose to just be like, well, time to rebuild. You know, and that's a better feeling. I like that feeling more than feeling negative, and I could choose either one. So I chose the one that I appreciate more, you know. Well, being the baby of the family and all that great, everyone else is gonna just having one friend I can actually trust would be nice. These people have set me up pretending to be friends. Yeah, I was the baby of my family too. I have one older sibling. I don't have a big family, but I was the baby. It does kind of suck sometimes. But yeah, you guys, look forward to I gave you a sneak peek into my latest video, and it's going to be done editing in the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I got a few more days of editing. I got to download some new music for it. But you know, it'll be sweet, and I've got, you know, a lot of beautiful footage. You guys know that there's fires out here near Taos also, and I got some cool footage of the smoke rising over from behind the mountains, and it's been burning actually since I got here. So one trick I used when I quit was when I was really sick with the flu. Yeah, it's a lot easier to quit when you can't fucking breathe, huh? Also, had a shit life similar to Zig. Now I strive to uplift anyone when I can. You know, I feel like I've seen that in a lot of people with shit lives, right? Like, we either decide, like, this is it, this is who I am, or we're like, no, nope. And you take a little bit of control. You take the bull by its horns, and you decide, and you choose how to feel about it, and then you feel about it. But before you feel about it, you think about it. So if you change the way you think about it, you're going to change the way you feel about it. And if there's any secret I could give to humanity, is knowing you're in control of what you think. Unless you have a very, very, very serious mental illness, you are in control of what you think, and what you decide to give your energy to will determine how you feel about a situation. And you're allowed to feel negatively, that's okay. But how you think about it is going to decide how that negative reaction comes out, right? Whether it's going to be like anger or just annoyance or whatever it is, it's how you think about it that's going to dictate how you experience that situation. No, I used to be angry and bitter. That's not living. No, that's not living. Angry and bitter. Not every day. You can't do that every day. It's exhausting. Try vaping. That got me to quit. Actually, John, that's not a terrible idea. I did vape for a long time, and it was a pretty decent alternative. My life is shit now, but I've got plenty of stuff to trade, so I'll give away once I reach Kelly. Hey, what's up?
By chance, can I bother you to borrow your lighter plug so I can fill up my tire?
Sure.
Awesome. You're gonna help us out, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Well, that happened. On that note, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna help this guy out, and then I'll go back home. Thanks for being here. Bye.